Evening, ladies and gents. I'm going to make this quite a quick update video. I'm only really going to show you two, maybe three shares in this video. This is ITV, and I've been short on this because of a pennant, and I've done several videos of this showing a pennant. But we sort of broke down on Wednesday when news was announced, and then the next day, well, for the next 2 days, we had quite a strong up movement. And I'd said, I think it was Thursday night, I said I was a little bit worried that if we managed to, after closing here on Thursday, I said if we managed to start going up on Friday, which we did, I said we need to be careful that this isn't morphing into something else. And I think I know what it's morphing into. I think the pennant is potentially still in play, because all that happened was the price gap down, filled the gap, settled around where it opened on Wednesday, which was results day. Then it opened and rallied to test the underside of the pennant, and I said that could be a good place to sell. And then, of course, we rallied again on Friday. So I'm starting to think, okay, a pennant in a downtrend should be a continuation pattern. It should easily hit 117, 118 per share. The fact that it didn't do that, that's why I was like, I'm very suspicious of this pennant. I think it's going to morph into something else. And I think all that's happening is we are in a down channel now. I don't know whether the pennant's still in play. Potentially it is. All that's happened is it broke down and got back into the pennant. But I think what we're going to see is this apparent pennant that I've been talking about. I think we're just going to see this morph into a down channel. We're at resistance, so I expect the market to open tomorrow and to see a down day in ITV. It's had two very strong days, and I think there's going to be some profit taking. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that this is what we're going to see. We're going to see the price start to trade in this down channel. I think the trend is still down. We're underneath the 200-day moving average. There's no reason, I don't think there's any reason to be bullish on this, but we need to be a little bit careful because we did have a pennant and it's changed into something else. I'm going to show you a new stock, Anglo-American, if you do want to buy something. Beautiful bull market. Momentum is up. Market hit resistance, backed away, got on top of resistance, and then it's pretty much holding. It's pretty much at support, holding. I think that this market goes up. I think that at a push, we can see a 10% increase. I think £22 per share is something that isn't terribly out of the question here. So if you've been following my trades, you'll be mainly short, and I've been looking for something to get long. And you can see that there is some resistance between these two bands that I haven't put on. But I think overall the main sort of resistance is around that £22 per share. And I think this is quite a good trade where the market is closed right on support. I think that you can give the market a little bit of breathing space, but the amount that you should risk is very small compared to the amount that you should expect from the market going up. And I think potentially this could be some sort of I don't know whether you call it a bull flag. Potentially it's a pennant. Let me just in case. I'm not someone who goes out looking for triangles. I hate trading triangles. I've said this before because I've traded them when I first started trading, and they morph into other things a lot. But maybe this is some sort of continuation pattern. I think that if you're going to get bullish this, or get long even. I'm just going to quickly show you Royal Bank of Scotland, because I did have a price target of 265, and I set it on this day. We had this red candle, and I said, right, we're ready to buy it now. First target 265, second target 270, and the market got up to 268, and I'm not particularly happy about this big sell-off. The FTSE done well on Friday, but RBS had a bit of a sell-off, and I'm not sure whether this is a reversal candle. I'm not a great lover of trading candles, but I would say this is bullish, but you need to be careful because what could happen is you could get a pullback I think if you do get a pullback, let the market fall for a couple of days if that's what it wants to do. Watch the hourly. As soon as it breaks resistance on the hourly, then you can maybe start thinking about getting long. But until that happens, I would not buy this because it could pull back. Trend is still up. The immediate trend is still up, and you could draw some sort of support line. I wouldn't put too much faith in the support line because it's quite a premature one, quite a new one. But there's nothing stopping the market from coming down, testing this in the morning and going higher. But I'm not too keen on buying because of this big sell-off. But I still think that 270 is in play, and you may even get a little bit higher. You might get towards 275. So I think that there's reason to be bullish on RBS. I also want to show you Sage Group. I was only going to do a couple, but there's so many stocks I've been watching. I just want to share with you what's going on. So I done a video on this Thursday night and said that there's a bit of a flat top here, what looks like a flat top. Market managed to gap down underneath this resistance line, closed under it, and I said that momentum is up, so you need to be careful going short, but if the market blows through this flat top, you want to be out anyway. So the market is right at the top of the flat top. And I think that you should get a decision soon. Either it'll blow through and I'll get stopped out, or it will start to rally down and go towards this 200-day moving average. And I said that this could be a funny looking head and shoulders potentially. I think the market could fall quite quickly if the market starts to sell off. So that's Sage Group. Melrose, I'll quickly go over Melrose. Not a huge amount has happened here. It's showed some strength. I think that we're still in a symmetrical triangle. This probably was a bull flag. I said it was looking a bit like a bull flag, but I didn't think that it was. And here we go. It's closed right at this resistance. I think that if the market gets below this, then we're just going to end up trading in a range. So not a huge amount going on with Melrose. A close above this would be very bullish, this second line that I've drawn, and I will be out of my short. And don't know whether I'd get long or not really, because I'm not convinced I want to go long this market. I'm only really interested in selling. I did actually upload a video Thursday evening talking about my biggest loss as a trader, and people have got in contact with me and said that they've really enjoyed watching the video and they've learned from my experience. So check that out on the YouTube channel, and also subscribe, because I will be doing more of these videos throughout the week, talking through the trades that I'm taking and also showing you any opportunities in FTSE 100 companies.